Go.
The RV lighting display panel that we have here, that we're going to do a conversion. We sent you a kit. The tools that you would need. Going to need a pair of crimpers, 1/4 inch regular screwdriver, an Allen wrench, a Phillips screwdriver or electric screwdriver preferably. That's what I like to use. The first thing we want to do is we want to disconnect the power cord into this unit. We can do that with the switch as we're facing the front of the unit. It's going to be on the right hand side in the back. I'm going to reach over because I'm on the top of it right now. I clicked it, you'll see all the lights went out. Once we do that, let me show you what's in the kit before we proceed any further. You get your kit, you open up the box. Inside this kit, we have everything pre-labeled. We're going to have a fuse assembly. We're going to have 3 connectors with labels. There's going to be 4 wood screws in there, about 1.5 inches long, and 1 terminal strip. We'll go ahead and set this box aside, and the plastic bag, we won't need that anymore. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove these 2 top covers. I just put all your items in the center. Remove these 2 top covers so we have total access. We can see everything inside the lighting display. The next thing we want to do in the lighting display is we want to remove the red and the black wires coming out of the power supply. And we can use that. We'll use an Allen wrench. If we look inside the power supply, we'll see the Allen wrench is located. There's Allen screws inside the power supply. Take those counterclockwise. We want to remove this red and this black lead. You see the red wires going to the terminal strip with all the red wires. We're simply just going to remove that red wire and discard it. We no longer need this. The next thing we want to do is we want to remove the black wire. Go into the power supply. And you'll notice we're going to remove the terminal strip. It has all the black leads going to it. Just undo the appropriate screw. The wire will come, you remove the wire and discard it. Inside your kit you'll find a number 10 black wire. It's stripped on both sides about 1/2 inch. We are going to terminate that into the power supply. Negative terminal. It's typically located on the right hand side, but it could be either. You'll see a label plate on the back that will give you indicate where the negative is. We're going to put this black lead in there. You have to turn this counterclockwise a few times because the other wire was a little smaller in diameter. Just push it in until it seats. I usually make it snug and then turn it about a 1/4 inch turn. Once we have that terminated, the next thing we want to do is we want to terminate it to the black terminal strip. You just simply put it in the same place you took the other one out at. So I usually just back the screw out. Might have to spin the wires a little bit, get a point on it. Once they go through, I look for about 1/8 inch on each side of the copper wire. Tighten it down until it comes snug. And that terminated our black negative lead to the power supply. You can tuck that wire underneath the power supply if you want, or over to the side. The next thing we want to install is going to be our fuse assembly. And typically I would face this long red wire that's going to the power supply. You'll see a label on here that says power supply. You can put it anywhere in this horizontal plane. I put it where it's easy to plug in because we're plugging wires onto these terminal strips, so you don't want to go too far back. Locate the 4 wood screws that I showed you at the beginning of the video. We're going to use these to secure the fuse assembly in place. If Find a convenient location, do one at a time till it's secure. There's actually 4 screws. Make sure the assembly is perpendicular. And as we tighten it down, getting the last screw out of the bag. Always got to be one. Okay, once we have that secure, you notice it isn't going to move. We're going to take the red lead, where you see the bolt and the nut on there. This is the common to the fuse assembly. We're going to take this red lead and put it right into the power supply, using our Allen wrench again. Since we had a smaller gauge wire, we're going to have to unloosen that screw counterclockwise until the wire goes in. And we're going to just tighten it back down clockwise until the wire becomes, till the screw becomes taut. Then I usually give it a 1/4 of an inch turn just to make sure it's secure.